Hey, yo, Mina, how's it going? Oh my goodness, so much has happened. Good stuff, bad stuff, all of the above has happened since I last filmed. Um, so Thanksgiving was awesome. I had a great time with my family. My mom and dad cooked some turkey. My sister cooked some broccoli casserole, and her husband cooked some. What was it? Words are escaping my brain. It's sweet potato casserole. It was really good. And I made I think I talked about them. I made some croissant rolls stuffed with mozzarella, and like on top we put some I put some just Italian herb seasoning and some grated garlic, and it tasted amazing. They tasted like mozzarella sticks, and I was like, "Oh my goodness, this is my new favorite recipe." Heck yes. Um, and lately, I've been working on some chainmail for some good Judies. I made this for my roommate. Don't tell her. Shh. Um, and she had mentioned that she wanted something like this for her when she rides her motorcycle. So she wanted something really really cute. And I made my first ever reels on Facebook, which got like this one just showing off this necklace got over 500 so far, and it's been like 2 days. So I'm like, oh gosh, I've been doing the wrong stuff on just by posting pictures. Oh my goodness, it's all about the reels nowadays, I guess. I need to get with the times. It's just, for me, filming is anxiety provoking, and it's, you know, I struggle with depression and have with, especially this season of the year. And so it's difficult for me to just sit down and film something. So, but it only took a few, 45 seconds to film just showing the necklace off. So maybe I should start doing that a little bit more. Um, Good news, I got it approved from Macy's for my intermittent LOA, my leave of absence. So, intermittent meaning I can take days off when I need to, when I have panic attacks and I can't make it to work, and or if I need to leave early, it's not going to affect my overall attendance. So I've been fighting for that for over a year now. So I'm really, really relieved about that. At first, I was feeling really guilty because it doesn't affect me when I call out, but I mean, not, it doesn't affect Macy's company when I call out, but it affects my coworkers because that's more work on them. And I feel incredibly guilty anytime I do call out. So I'm still trying to come to terms with that. One of my good friends, Bunny Cakes, Bunny, she has a YouTube channel, Bunny Cakes Tome of Endless Wonders, I think, and she she said you shouldn't feel guilty because would you feel guilty for calling out if you were sick or if you were recovering from something, like something, if you're in pain or something? And I said no. And she said then you shouldn't feel guilty for calling out for this either because you're sick, you're taking this time to heal. And I said, wow, you're right. Like that's spot on. I mean, I've been taking it so like personally and everything, but like I do have a mental disorder. I showed them the paperwork, I got what they needed to approve it, and I need to take time for myself sometimes, and that needs to be okay. And that needs to be okay with me. And I'm a lot better than I have been in the past, even though it doesn't feel like it sometimes. And I have to keep it in perspective that I'm still working on myself and that I'm still trying to get to where I want to be. And that's going to take time, and I need to be considerate of my mental health and not beat myself up so much. And have some kindness and compassion for my healing process, my mental healing process. Also, I've been talking with my therapist about how I've just been feeling so fatigued and mentally, with work and trying to do things outside of work. And he told me to, come to terms with the fact that, yes, you're doing what you need to do in order to make bills, but don't invest so much mental energy in that to the point where you can't function outside of it. So I've been so emotionally invested and physically invested in work that I've just been so drained and tired at the end of the day after I come home that I don't want to do anything. I just want to lay in bed and watch TV, or I want to, just dissociate and do nothing. I have been doing a little bit of chainmail, but, it's not working toward that goal that I wanted to, become a voice actor or, further my career in any certain type of field, So, personally. So I've just been stagnant this entire year, which happened to me last year. I'm at the same spot where I feel like I haven't done anything this year, and I feel like that I'm stuck. I'm stuck working, almost. Thankfully, they raised the wage since last year at my job, but, I've felt like I can't grow where I'm at in my current position because I have so much social anxiety when I try to work on the sales floor, and that's the only place that you can grow in Macy's is through sales. So, because it's sale oriented, makes sense, right? They are a corporate conglomerate that needs to make money through selling their products. So, it makes sense that the only way that you can, go up in the company is through sales. So I've just been kind of really sad about that, and I've just been doing nothing to try to branch out in any way. I've been making chainmail, but I don't want to make it for a living because it seems like you don't make a whole lot of money off of it, and you have to make so much in order to make just break even. So, and I don't like charging for it. I like giving it away, and I only am charging like $20 extra, which is not enough for me to, on top of good cost of goods, to to do anything with it. So I've just been doing it for fun mostly, which I'm happy with, but I felt stagnant. I felt like I'm not going anywhere again. And so this week I reached out to one of my husband's friends, who we played Dungeons and Dragons with, and he is trying to break into the voice acting field, and he said that he's currently working on his acting skills to try to better his voice acting before he branches out into like accents and stuff like that. And I thought about I reached out to him and I said, hey, like, let's work together. Would you like to? I'd love to pick your brain on like what you've learned so far, and I'd love to practice and better, work on my own acting skills as well. And I was so happy when he reached out to me this morning and said that he'd love to. So, and he needs to practice. So I'm really excited about that. I feel, like I'm starting to work. At least I know somebody who knows something, and I really am excited about that, and I'm really excited to have a buddy to work with. Like, I feel like I have so much difficulty trying to push myself to do things in my free time because of my depression and my anxiety. I just, so many different things just race through my mind in my free time that I just try to dissociate and make chainmail, and I don't really pursue what I want to do. And so I'm really excited to work with one of my friends through with voice acting and practicing acting as well. So I'm really excited about that. Yeah, sometimes it takes a little bit of a helping hand, I think, to push yourself, and I know that I work best with other people. And despite my social anxiety, despite my agoraphobia, like, I don't want it to affect me anymore. I don't want to be so anxious and depressed that I don't leave my house. Like, I did that for 2 years, I hated it. I hated every moment of it. And I'm finding myself isolating myself from my friends again, and I don't want to do that anymore. And so I'm reaching out. I'm, gonna work on some of my goals, and hopefully, that'll help me, with socializing, help me with my acting skills. And I'm so excited to work with him. And thank you so much, Chris, for, if you're watching this, I doubt it. But thank you so much for, you know, just reaching out to me and saying yes, because it means a whole lot to me when you feel like no one really likes to be around you, or like you're weird, or you're so socially awkward that you feel like you don't, you know, that no one wants to be around you. It means a lot to have somebody who says, yeah, I'd love to. I'd love to hang out with you. I'd love to work with you, and I'd love to practice, and it just means a lot. So, you know, if you're feeling the same way, I hope you don't, because I feel like there's definitely people out there who want to be around you, and there's people who want to hear from you. And even though you feel down about yourself and you feel depressed and you feel like sometimes that all you talk about is depressing stuff, it's okay to talk about depressing stuff some of the time, but don't forget to also talk about the good stuff, and I think I've been learning that recently, because I feel like I have trouble keeping conversation with people because I'm so negative about certain things, and pessimistic and apprehensive and scared. And that comes through my language, definitely. Like, I'm so frightened about pursuing certain things that I'm not supportive sometimes, and instead of congratulating someone, I might be like, are you sure about that? You know, or, you know, stuff like that. And it's not who I want to be. Like, I want to be supportive. I want to be kind. I want to be, um, just, I want to have that confidence in myself. And I feel like I'm building it up. I'm slowly building it up. Um, uh, so I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I'm working on myself. Um, I'm working on my addiction with marijuana. I've been addicted to marijuana since 2017. And recently it's affected me quite a lot. And so what I've chosen to do, because I've tried to stop for a while. I'd stopped for like a month and a half smoking, and it didn't really work out because I was just becoming more and more depressed and agoraphobic again. I was starting to get to the state that I was in when I started using marijuana, like before I started using marijuana to cope. And I just, so now I'm having my husband moderate my intake for me. And I'm asking him permission before, like, all I'm using is the Delta 8 vapes that you can buy at like smoke shops. And I'm not keeping it anywhere near me. I'm asking my husband if I can smoke, and I'm only limiting myself to twice a day so that it doesn't become out of control. And I told my husband, the moment that I start, you know, either A, sneaking it, B, abusing it, or asking too many times, that it's not working anymore, and that, like, I need to go see a psychiatrist, but the ones that are on my insurance are absolute crap, because they're just they're part of like a, almost, I would consider it a drug rehab facility, just because of how low end this place is. And most you get like a new psychiatrist every 6 months because they're constantly leaving, and it's mostly interns like trying to get their time in. So it's like a revolving door of psychiatrists. So once we get better insurance, hopefully through my husband's work next year, I look forward to seeing what medication options I have other than the prescribed Valium that I've been taking. You know, I just I started taking it like every day, and for like a week and a half, and I was like, I don't want to become addicted to this. I don't want to do what I did in the past before I started smoking marijuana and take Xanax every single day for an entire year. It, you know, just causes me to sleep and be more depressed. So I didn't want it to happen again, and it was starting to happen again. And so I started smoking again, and, you know, I think one of the biggest fears that I had was not being able to quit from marijuana, and I thought that I couldn't for a while, but now that I've shown myself that I can, I'm not as afraid of it anymore. And I'm not as afraid of becoming addicted to it anymore, because now I can draw hard lines on what I expect for myself and what I can do to control the intake as if I were taking a prescription. So, that's what I've been doing right now. And it's working so far. I'll keep you updated. I'll try to keep you updated on that. And yeah, that's just, but I mean, good things are happening. So I just have to keep that in perspective, and I have to keep reaching out to people when I'm sad, and, you know, not encase myself in my room as much, you know. Um, and I feel like I actually know that a lot of people deal with the same exact shit that I'm going through, but they just don't talk about it. I'm actually astounded at how many people literally just go to work and go home and they binge watch TV and go to sleep, and that's all they do every single day. And I don't know how they live, and I don't know how they aren't depressed, because why the thought I always have is, why would why would you want to be alive just to break even, or like why would you want to be alive just to um work your, like, only be able to work your job and go home and watch TV? Like, to me that's just mind-boggling, to spend your entire life like that, you know, or a good chunk of your life even like that, you know. And I feel like I have spent a good chunk of my life like that, just hoping and waiting and wishing that something would change, or wishing that a better opportunity would present itself. But what I've found out is that if you don't talk to people, if you don't communicate what you need, it's not going to come, you know. And so I'm talking to people, I'm communicating, and I'm so much happier. And I hope you guys are doing okay, and it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be all right. Um, I'm trying to think of anything else I'm doing right now. Something for self-care that I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna make a similar necklace to one of these for myself that I've been wanting for a while. Because I realized I've given away all of my chainmail that I've made for myself, except for like my first ever piece, and which doesn't match much. But I'm gonna make like a transgender colored choker using these pink spikes on it. Like, I bought this from Hot Topic, but it doesn't fit my chunky neck. So, um, I'm gonna use the spikes from this, and I'm gonna make it a light blue matte color with some white and like soft purple and pink rings along the center of it. So I hope it looks good on me. I don't know if it'll look like. Sometimes, like, I'll put on feminine things hoping that it'll look good on me, but just because I have facial hair, it feels like it doesn't really go with my aesthetic or something, you know? Like, I like to be kind of, I'm not really I'm kind of gender non-conforming, but, like, I at the same time, I feel like I look good in certain things and I look bad in certain things. um, same same goes for like men's clothing and everything, you know. It's so hard to find good men's clothing too, like cute stuff, you know. And I got lucky with this shirt at Marshall's the other day, you know. I don't really shop there very often, but they had some. And then I found women's pants, you know. It's like you'll find like one good shirt in the men's section, and then you'll find slacks or, you know, jeans, like just regular, like one colored jeans for men. And it's like, oh, God, that's so boring. I'm so bored. Give me something colorful and fun, you know? Like, I want sparkly stuff. I want cute stuff, you know? I think that's why I like the Macy's brand INC, because sometimes they come out with like really cool, like tattooed kind of looking stuff, or like scroll work, like shiny scroll work, or they come out with fun colored like suit jackets. Like they had uh like dark purple, like a darker teal velvet suit jacket that recently came out. The Talia, Tallia brand at Macy's had a wood, like it was a velvet wood grain, like textured suit jacket, and I was like, oh my god, that's so pretty. But of course, I can't afford a $250 jacket or anything. It was on sale, half off for like $125, but I still couldn't afford it. Like, I work at Macy's, I can't afford to shop here. Yeah. So, I'll just see random stuff like that here and there, but it's hard to find cute stuff for guys. So I just, always end up wandering into the women's section. Which is totally fine. They should branch out into more of a gender neutral section as well. It would be nice to have something that's like androgynous, but not like just a fucking white t-shirt. It's like, so, yeah. I hope you guys are doing well. And Shinzo, you want to say hi to everybody? You want to say hi? Come here. Come on. Come here. You say hi? There's my bubbly bumpkin saying hello. Alright, guys. I love you so, so much. And special shout out to my friends in the Vloggerino group and Chris. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for helping me. Thank you so much for caring about me, and I love you all so, so much, and I hope you all are doing well, and things are looking up, so, alright, I'll see you guys soon. Bye!